Hello, my friend. I am so excited for this group, for this year, for your goals, for the things that you will accomplish, for the things that you will invest in. I believe that they'll be significant and you'll do them with excellence. And I want to congratulate you. I believe that you are the people who make things happen. You're one of those successful people who want this year to mean something. You want it to be significant. You want this year to be about something. You want to be satisfied and live an extraordinary year. And you know that that's going to have to come with some life change, with going up to the next level. And so I'm really excited because I believe that that can happen and that will happen because you've already made the first steps. They say that 50% of success is just showing up. 50% of success is just getting there. So you're here and you're making those steps. So I'm excited and I hope I can serve you. And partly I'm doing this for myself too, to have somebody to be accountable to. Hope I can serve you. That's Giacomo, my ferret, making the noise. I hope I can serve you. So I want to give a quick welcome to you and everybody else who's joined the group. Peter, Sandy, Kate, Kelly, Cito, Kathy, and Natalie, and Livy, and everybody else. Welcome to the group. I hope I can serve you in some way. I hope I can serve you to bring clarity and some strategy to your goals. And also that we can encourage one another and cheerlead one another so that when 2014 comes, we say, hey, we've been there, we've done that, we did that, we accomplished that, and we're more filled with joy, purpose, meaning because of that. We've contributed to the lives of many other people, we've made a difference, and I believe that that's going to be a community event, that's going to be a group event, or a group reality. So let's do this. Let me clarify what we're doing here. I'm going to set up 3 folders, and hopefully each person can have 1 to 3 folders, depending on what you choose to do. A folder that is for your 12 goals, another folder that is for your 52 goals, and another folder that is for your 365 goals. Now 365, let me explain. It's got a specific purpose to it. There is stress that comes with doing a 365 goal. We all know this. Life events happen. Things happen. Moods change. And fulfilling something every day of the year for 365 days without fail is tough. Why would you put yourself through that stress? Why would you struggle at that level? And it's not just to try things out. It's not just because of the idea. If it is to try things out and because I like the idea of it, then it probably won't happen. Around day 50 something, around day 70 something, I'm going to end up giving up. It needs to be with a specific purpose that accompanies a 365 goal. What is that purpose? Let me explain what I think a 365 goal means. It's different than the 52 and than the 12. Because it is so consistent and demands something, a contribution every single day. And I know this year is meaningful to you and that you want to get off on a good start, that you have demanded something of yourself and have risen to another level. And so you want to make that level and that demand of yourself, that energy put forth, really count for something, and that's going to take some strategic thinking. We can all Google things about making goals, but even with Google in our pocket, it seems that we don't have the wisdom or the courage or the discipline or the ability to realize things, to get things done. I struggle with that, and I'm sure there's people in this group that struggle with that, and that's why you signed up for the group. And by the way, tell other people about the group. I'm excited to open it to everybody. Tell people who you think take life seriously about this group. Okay? Not just everybody. I don't just want people posting stuff just because. Choose people strategically whom you will tell about this group. And I think that all of us will benefit from that collective encouragement and energy towards our goals. Before I get into the 365 goals, let me tell you a little bit of where I'm coming from. For the last 2 years, I've done something every single day and not failed once at it. It's a personal goal of mine, and it's a reading goal. I've done it every single day for the last 2 years without one failure. Now, 365 days I dedicated to my drawing. I didn't draw much through college. Now I'm getting back into it because I want to contribute a couple books, and starting with a children's book. Many of you have seen it or heard about it. That was to better my skill in the area of drawing and recoup my college years. I have a bit of a fear of the kitchen, of cooking, and it's not something I grew up doing. So to lose that fear, to conquer the kitchen, I chose to do a new meal, something I hadn't done before, every month. And so I did that. Some of the recipes are in my album with my initials on it, JGE. So you can check that out. They're not all there, but some of them are there, and they're really tasty. They're really good. So I haven't done a 52 goal yet. I did a 6-week challenge and some exercise things and some reading things, and did something for 6 weeks without failure. It was tough. It was strenuous. It was difficult. So why would you put yourself through something of 365 days? I mean, you could choose a goal that allows you to develop your skill set and to progress in some area of your life or develop a new habit. You could do that without the stress of a 365 goal. Beating yourself, disciplining yourself, demanding of yourself 365 days of the year. You could totally do that for 6 weeks. You could totally do that for, a couple months, 6 months. What does 365 contribute? Why 365? Why the stress of 365? The reason is because 365 days tells a story. It's not 364 days. It's not 320 days. It's not 73 days. It's 365 days. So when I hear of somebody like Brendan Burchard reading a book for the last 15 years, every week, that's crazy. That's inspiring. Then I hear a story about Chris Ayers, who was diagnosed with cancer, and so he started doing sketches 365 days a year, not failing. And he's on his 6th year doing this. And when he's in an interview, and the interviewer asked him, "Have you ever cheated? Have you ever missed a day?" And he says, "Never. I'm on day 2,384 or 83. Is today 84 or 83? When I hear that, he's telling me a story that is so inspiring, of dedication, of what he values, of courage, of tenacity, of stick-to-itiveness, of accomplishment, that inspires me, that only comes when you can say, I did this without failure 365 days a year. No matter what life threw at me, my life events, my personal issues, the economy, the difficulty in my own psychology, my emotions, my challenges with my relationships, everything that life threw at me, with health issues, whatever, I was able to overcome. That tells a story. So, like Ray Bradbury said, and I had this on one of the quotes in my video, I did it on my drawing, it's called Quick Sketch. I'll post the link. The quote I used was Ray Bradbury's quote that says, "You can't try and do things, you must simply do them." So for those people who are entering this group, who are saying, I want to try this, I encourage you to either choose a 12 or a 52 that you're going to do, that you must do, rather than trying a 365. Either do that or allow the rest of the people, the space in the group, to fulfill those things, and we'll cheer you on the sidelines. I think many of us are your friends on Facebook. But as for this group, it will be people who dedicate themselves and I will do this. Not I think I can or I want to try, but I will do this. And we've heard this quote before, the only easy day was yesterday. The only easy day was yesterday. I refuse to make excuses. 365 days will tell a story about my life, of who I became, of what I did, and what I value. So it needs to be something significant. 365 must contribute to the larger story of your life. It must contribute to the larger meaning of this year. So ask yourself the question as we get started. What does this year mean to me? What is this year going to be about for me? What will this year be about for my family? What will this year be about? What chapter will it tell in my life? So think about that. 365 days tells a story that contributes to the larger story of your life. Your larger story about this year. 365 days. It's a challenge. You can do it. I've done it, or I'm doing it. I have 15 days left, and I consider it done. So, it's not about being enamored with the idea of 365 days. There is stress, there is difficulty, but the payoff is immensely rewarding if it contributes to the larger meta-narrative or the larger story of what your year is going to be about and how you are going to meet the challenges this year and who you're going to be at the end of this year. So for example, I have these books I want to contribute. My 365 of 2013 was to improve my drawing ability and my ability to see, because drawing is a lot more about seeing than it is about movement of the hand. So it was to improve those skills so that I could better contribute to the books I want to publish. My goal for 6 weeks, that had to do with my health. My goal for the 12 months, one thing every month, was to lose a fear and to be able to survive with good health in life, right? Because we can all go to McDonald's and Dairy Queen and oh, the chicken wings at Sherry's. I got a stomachache just thinking about it. Yeah, to survive with good health, to be able to cook delicious food. That contributed to the larger story of my life and is going to contribute to the lives, I believe, of many other people through the books I publish. Also with the drawings, some of the connections I've made wouldn't have happened if I wasn't doing something every single day of the year. People wouldn't pay attention to me because my skill wasn't their skill level. They were super professionals, but the very fact that I'm doing something every single day of the year, I catch their attention not through my skill, but through my dedication and through my commitment. They see something on their newsfeed every single day without giving up, and that inspires them. That catches their attention and gives me a connection with them, and thus opens the doors of opportunity. So you never know what can happen with your goals. It's just you need to be strategic in thinking about them and preparing yourself. It's a marathon. When you go for a marathon, you don't just jump in and see how it's going to turn out. You will probably die of a heart attack if you do that. So it's a marathon, preparation. I was so excited to read that somebody actually bought a book on productivity and time management and goal setting. That's education. You educate yourself when you're going to take a long run like a marathon, because you could do a lot of damage to yourself and to other relationships if you do not educate yourself. So it's about being strategic and educating yourself. It's not about luck and blessings and talent and who's just got it. It's about who demands focus from their life, who demands discipline, and why would you demand that? It's all about three things: motivation, observation or attention, and the mechanics of things. If you fail, it's going to become because of a lack of emotion, because of a lack of motivation, a lack of attention or focus, or a lack of know-how or skills or understanding the strategic inner workings of goal setting and value management. So we'll be talking more about this in shorter videos as the end of the year draws closer. So I want this year to be fulfilling and engaging for you. I think you deserve the kind of zest and challenge that a 1252 or 365 offers. And I'm excited to see what doors of opportunity those things open up for you, and just the transformation of your spirit. Clarity, strategy, theory, transformation, transcendence, all these things will be mentioned in the videos that are up and coming. I won't bother consistently quoting people because I'm taking things from things I've learned from the director of Behance, from Brenda Burchard, from Brian Tracy, from Jim Quick, and others. I've spent thousands of dollars on some of the things I will share with you, and I don't take this lightly, and I know you're serious about bringing the joy, about bringing the energy, and the excitement to this group. You are going to be somebody full of purpose and meaning and accomplishment, most importantly, at the end of this year. Let's do this. Let's do this. And traveler's notebooks rock. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Strange.